Hey healers, hey. Welcome to Heaven on Earth Reiki. I am Amira Elbelady, the founder of Heaven on Earth Reiki. Heaven on Earth Reiki is the first ever holistic healing system created by and for sex workers and survivors, aka hoes. It don't matter if you're recreational or professional, this is for you. We combine energy healing with sensual healing, sexual healing, and we center sex workers and survivors in our work. All are welcome. I teach Reiki. I teach Heaven on Earth Reiki 1 and 2, and the advanced class Reiki Mother, and the advanced class Root Lock. The foundation is my membership, where you can be supported as you go deeper into your healing gifts. And Heaven on Earth Reiki is really a movement. Hashtag hoes are healers. It's really, really a movement. It's so much bigger than me, but I'm the founder. So I've been doing this for a while now. I started offering distance Reiki sessions in 2016. That's when I got certified with Reiki 1 and 2. I got certified as a Reiki master, which I call Reiki Mother, in 2017. Excuse my sweat, it's hot out here. So when I started, I was doing group healing sessions, and I immediately started to notice some primary features in the energy body, which I still work on to this day, especially the creative center right here on the right side of the brain, and the grounded sensuality center right here in the right hip. I find these signatures of slavery, of energetic, spiritual, sexual slavery in the body in a lot of the population that I work with. We are spiritually, sensually, creatively, emotionally gifted. People that I work with tend to be natural caregivers. And so that's why it's so important for you to have that care and that consideration and that space and that support for yourself. And you got to get more support than you think that you need, okay? I have to get so much support so that I can show up in full capacity to serve and not be a hypocrite and tell you guys, you should get support. But we always find more ease caring for other people, supporting other people, when we've been conditioned in this way and when we're so natural at it. So a lot of times the things that you're really good at, you still need support with them. Just because you're good at them doesn't mean that you're just like, okay, I don't need any support. You train your gifts so that they're stronger and so that you can use them more powerfully. So I started off doing group healing sessions. I was doing one-on-one sessions. I charged $30, and I got a lot of practice, and it was really cool. So I found this notebook full of a whole bunch of notes from sessions that I've done before, and I kind of wanted to look through and share some with you guys so you get an idea of what comes up in these sessions. I'm not offering these sessions right now, but I am offering Heaven on Earth Reiki 1 and 2 course, which you can learn how to do this energy healing for yourself. Hold on one sec. Let me check. Where's my dog? Sunshine. There she's right there. All right. Mercury retrograde things. Exactly. I'm reflecting, I'm reviewing, because sometimes when you go so far into your craft, you get way unrelatable, and people are like, what is she talking about? Because you're an expert at that point, but your language doesn't match the understanding of the people you're speaking to. So I really want to go back and reflect and ground myself in this practice. And one of my reasons for creating this page is to go back to the primary foundation and the pillars of the practice of Heaven on Earth Reiki, for the purposes of supporting and guiding those that are Heaven on Earth Reiki initiates that are practicing this healing style too. I feel like I got really good with the training part, you guys, and now I want to build out more of the marketplace aspect of how do you show up doing this professionally in the marketplace, and just make it really easy and streamlined for you guys. So one of the ways that I do that is I show you how I work. So now I have structure and I have a back end built into my business, which I did not have before. And it's such a tragedy. If I could go back and do it over again, I would. But I can't. So I used to just keep all my notes in these little notebooks. I did not keep any spreadsheets or like documentation. It's crazy. But I have these little notebooks, and see what's really interesting too is because I think one of the reasons why I never cared much for keeping track of what we were doing is because of the witch wound and the persecution complex, and not wanting to document such sacred exchanges between us. And sometimes, you know, you don't really have to worry about that because, like, this, for example, I don't know what this says. It's all wet. So whatever this sacred secret message was, it protected itself. Because it's all wet. So these are some initiations, Reiki initiations that I did. I don't know for who. Black obsidian, clearing the heart. That's all I can read. All the love. Be open to all the love. You don't have to do it alone. This is because of the healing that you chose. Be proud. I love this. Don't listen to anyone who doubts this or tells you that you're too sick. You can have kids if you want to. Starting with a baby girl. Don't listen to anyone who tells you you're too sick. This is the kind of stuff that comes through in these readings. You can have kids if you want to. Starting with a baby girl, don't let anyone tell you that you're too sick. I would love to know who that is, to follow up with them to see, like, did you have your baby girl? Who is this? God. Man, I can't read the name, though. Gosh, I wish I knew who it was. Whoever got initiated on June 9th, 2020. Amazing. It sounds like it's gonna rain. So I'm probably gonna keep this short. Native ancestors who are whitewashed and uncomfortable being native don't want other people to know they put on the white man's clothes. You help take it off. MashaAllah. Clearing the head and eyes widen to see more of yourself. Back of heart. Your fears of surveillance are ancestral. Crows cawing. Crow medicine is potent for you. Y'all, did y'all hear that? I don't know if you can hear the crows, but that's amazing that they're cawing at the same time as I'm reading this from the initiation that was June 10th, 2020. I'm talking about your fears of surveillance are ancestral. Crows calling. Crow medicine is potent for you. Your ancestors look to you for guidance, not the other way around. Sexual trauma, sacral blockages, primary energy drain. This is common for the majority of the people that I work with. Your primary energy drain is in your sacral because you're typically going to come from a bloodline that's been persecuted for sex slavery for generations. So they've got etheric implants in that area that's draining, that will easily drain the wound. And usually, if your family is in any type of military or like organized religion, that's part of it. And for her, this from generational abuse and boarding school trauma, incest, ancestors weeping, we cry with them. Clearing feet, chakras for grounding, affirm we have a home. Oh my God. I was guided to this today. It's like, I feel like it's easy to get far away from the core of your work when you're in CEO mode and you're growing it. But to go back to this and remember just like how many people I helped and how deeply I helped them. This is why I say you have to get support, because when you're doing this level of witnessing and holding, space holding and channeling for other people, you have to be provided for. You have to be protected. You have to have everything that you need to feel secure day in and day out to protect your channel so that you don't compromise the integrity of what you're offering. Because if you're not taken care of first, then it's a form of spiritual slavery no matter what. So we see that there's a lot of resistance. So in this case, this session, we're trying to go through her ancestors, and her recent ancestors had a lot of resistance. They had a lot of resistance because they were whitewashed. So we went back further. I was like, okay, can we go back further, Spirit? We went back to the origin of your indigenous ancestors, Syrian starseeds. And then I started to see some visions. So she's asking, how do you find support like coaching? This is why I say you should have more support than you think you need, because it's easy to not get enough support, and you need support in all different areas of your life. Like, I used to be very anti-therapy therapist because I had bad experiences, but once I found a specialist in sexual trauma and I stuck with her, it helped a lot. So therapy, coaching, mentorship, getting your groceries delivered, having a babysitter or a dog sitter. Like, it's not just the support that I offer. I offer multidimensional education and activating your spiritual gifts. I train you in energy healing. It's not like anybody else's energy healing. It's not like anybody else's Reiki class. It is better. It is more complete. And if you have sexual gifts, it's for you. So it's not just the support that I offer. It's support all around. Well-rounded support all around you so that you're resourced, because you are a resource. And when so many people look to you for guidance and they look to you for support, you have to be so solid, especially when shit gets real, because when people need you the most, that's when you're going to need yourself the most. And it's too challenging to show up for the work if you're not already resourced. That's why I say you get support ahead of time before you think you need it, because if you wait to get support when you think you need it, it's going to be too late. It's heartbreaking when, this is one of the reasons why I'm putting boundaries around my one-on-one support and my ancestral readings, because it is heartbreaking when someone comes to me and they're dealing with something very serious in their family that, had they been training in Heaven on Earth Reiki already, they would have needed about 3 years to train to prepare for that moment. So the fact that the moment is there and they hadn't been training means that the moment's passed. They don't have the skills that they need at that time to deal with the situation. These are serious situations where you could lay your hands on your partner and bring him back from the dead. You could lay hands on your child and heal them and take away illness. You could bring somebody back, but you haven't been training. And this is so important. This is one of my gifts. I have some very strong activating energy from all the training that I've done throughout lifetimes in mystery schools and the bottom of the ocean. Literally, you guys, I've been there, and we've been there together, many of us. So some of the people that I work with have these sense of deja vu, or these like buried memories that start to come out. It's like a feeling that's like, okay, I've been here before. I remember this. This is why in my teaching, I don't focus on telling you a bunch of stuff that you don't already know. I focus on holding space for you to activate, to initiate within yourself, to open up the cells, every membrane in your body, every meridian, to see what's in there, to unspiral your DNA, to unlock the codes. And then you can do your epigenetic energy work to change your actual lineage, because this is actually very challenging to do. Most people don't break any curses that their grandmother didn't break. Like, usually in a family, it's like you have your grandmother, your mother, and you. Your mother's usually not going to break any curses that your grandmother didn't break, and you're usually not going to break any curses that your grandmother didn't break. It's very, very hard. But for the people that I'm speaking to, it's a little different. Y'all are the chosen ones. Yes. So she's saying, I see basic support. Do you guide us to get to these roots? So in the Heaven on Earth Reiki class, that's going to be your best place to start. You go through a self-initiation where you invite your ancestors and your spirit team in directly. In regular Reiki initiations, there's an intermediary, just like regular religion. Like, there would be the Reiki master that is your intermediary, that is opening the channel for you for that communication to come through. In my Reiki class, Heaven on Earth Reiki, you are the channel, and you go through a self-initiation process, which is very, very special and very, very sacred. And it gives you a stronger relationship with yourself. Because the most important thing before you come to work with me is for you to have a very strong relationship with yourself. This is what most people need. Most people that I work with don't need coaching. They don't need classes. They don't need a bunch of extra stuff. They need agency. They need agency. They need the ability to show up and be seen and be witnessed and be supported. And so this is the issue that a lot of people are dealing with, is that they don't have the muscle for support built in because they've always been the supporter. So if you've always been called upon to support even your parents or your elders from the time you were a little baby, then there was never an opportunity for that muscle of support to develop. And this is one thing that can make this process very triggering for a lot of people, because if you're just opening yourself up to support for the first time and you didn't get it when you were supposed to, it can make it hard to really appreciate it and enjoy it when you're getting it, because that memory of when you didn't have it and you really needed it. So I say take your time with this, and that's why I think that the Heaven on Earth Reiki 1 and 2 course is the best place to start. Or if you want to go all in, get the Galactic Priestess activation, because that's a bundle of four different courses that will really like supercharge your activation as the Galactic Priestess. So you start with the self-guided courses, because then if you get triggered by something, you just close your computer and just come back to it later. You don't have anybody there that's, like you don't have a timetable. You don't have to worry about it. And the most important thing with the Heaven on Earth Reiki course is to do the self-initiation. As long as you do the self-initiation, it doesn't matter if you read anything in the course, you're going to absorb it, because the most important thing is the self-initiation, because that brings through the knowledge that is your own. Then if you want to dive deep into the course, it's my Reiki manual. I wrote the whole thing. It's incredible. And it shows you how to place yourself in community, how to expand, how to grow, how to deal with others, how to work. Like I have, my tools and techniques for how I run my business, how I do these sessions, the sessions that I am talking about in here. I teach you how to do that. If you want to go further and become a teacher, then you do Reiki Mother, which most of you guys, you'll want to go onto Reiki Mother. It's going to be more beneficial for you. So I highly, highly recommend, if you have the Heaven on Earth Reiki course already, go dig back into it. If you don't have it yet, get it. You can shop the link in my bio. Feel free to DM or email me, ask me any questions. I am here to help. I'm so happy you're here. And yeah, it's really exciting, because with our technique that we use, you can go back far. You can get to the ancient ancestors. You can get to the secrets, the family secrets that a lot of Reiki and a lot of spiritual work or psychic work isn't going to get to, because it's a little bit too threatening to the status quo. But anyways, we won't say any more about that. So stay tuned, healers. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Masalama. Amira signing off.